بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. So, as we discussed before, inshallah today we will go through some verses, some ayat from the Quran. Try to analyze it in order to understand it. Okay? So, I will give you a couple examples and then I want you guys to give me any ayah that you would like to understand through analyzing sentences and the words, break it down. Because when you break it down and then, okay, you'll say, okay, if I know the meaning of this word, I will know the meaning of the sentence, right? This way it will become easier when you can look up the meaning of this word. For now, I will tell you the meaning, but even in the future, if you're alone, if you're able to break down the ayah into sentences, and then you look at each sentence, several 2 or 3 or 4 words, and then, okay, I know some of them, I don't know some, then inshallah that will help you a lot. So first one I will go through is Surah Ar-Rahman. Since I think Samir, you're the only one, right? Attended that event with the Nu'man Ali Khan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll just write the first thing, the beginning of the surah, which is Ar-Rahman. علم القرآن. Okay, who can tell me what's this sentence? Or like, what do you understand from this sentence?
Know that Quran is Quran.
Yeah, and what is Ar-Rahman? One of Allah's names, right?
Oh,
So one word now remaining. If you know the meaning of that word, you will understand the sentence, right? Which is this one, Allama. Did we take Allama in the?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allama means taught. We got Alima maybe. So it's the same origin.
Okay.
Alima means new,
yeah.
right? Or learn. So Allama means taught.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, is this now, before even we start looking at the meaning, is this جملة اسمية أم جملة فعلية?
Ismiya.
اسمية. Why?
Law. What is it? A noun?
Starts with what?
Ism.
Starts with ism. Excellent. So in the جملة اسمية, we have 2 components in the جملة اسمية. What are they?
We talked about
Samir, do you remember? جملة اسمية, it has 2 components. جملة فعلية has 3 components. فعل, فاعل, مفعول به, right? جملة اسمية has 2 components.
the second one, right?
Mahdi, do you remember? The 2 components of the جملة اسمية.
I was talking with him in the car over here, so.
We have those,
Yeah.
this is like the first class, I think, right? That was the first or second class.
I'm trying to remember the name.
Yes. So I'll tell you the Mubtada, and what's the second one? It's an easy one. It means news.
3 letters.
Yeah.
Starts with kha.
Khabar.
Khabar, yeah. Mubtada and khabar. So since we agreed that this is jumla ismiya, we need now to find out what is the mubtada and what is the khabar. Who can tell me what's the mubtada here? مبتدأ is easy, is the first noun in the sentence. الرحمن, yeah. الرحمن. So الرحمن is مبتدأ. And we said مبتدأ is always مرفوع, right? And is الرحمن singular noun or plural?
Singular.
Singular. So this is مبتدأ مرفوع. What's the sign of رفع? علامة الرفع will be, what's the حركة on the last letter? Should be, it's singular, ضمة. Then when we read it we say الرحمن. We don't say الرحماني, we don't say الرحمانة, we say الرحمن. Of course if we stop we make it sukoon, but if we continue, in this circumstance, there's one ayah, so most people stop. But even if you want to continue, that's fine, you can do that. But you have to say this correctly. You cannot connect without having this dhamma. So you say, Ar-Rahmanu allama, we'll see now. So, allama, I just wrote it here. Why? Why it's fatha here? Who can tell me? What's the tense? I just told you from the meaning. علم means taught, yeah. So فعل ماضي, right? فعل ماضي is what? Built in with فتحة. الرحمن علم. Okay, what is the khabar here?
Girl.
No, you guys forgot something.
Khabar is both.
Exactly. You remember when we said
it can be like,
it's exactly the structure of this sentence like this one. Muhammad أكل التفاحة. Right? Exact same structure, right? مبتدأ, then we have فعل, and then we have the fa'al is hidden. So obviously we know fa'al is Muhammad, but in this sentence here, if we separate them, now this is mubtada, and here we have fa'al, fa'al is here, and this is maf'ul bihi, right? Because he ate the apple. And here, same thing, Ar-Rahman, that's mubtada. Now, if we talk about here, allama, also same thing. The fa'al is here. That he taught, he refers to Ar-Rahman, right? Allama huwa al-Qur'an. So what's the Arab for Al-Quran? It should be one of two. It's either fa'al or maf'ul bihi. Think about it. Who taught what? You tell me, Mahdi. Who taught what in this sentence?
Ar-Rahman.
Ar-Rahman, what did Ar-Rahman do actually? He taught. He taught what?
The Quran.
Exactly. So the Quran is what? In English we call it object. What? In Arabic? مفعول به. So this is, we said فعل ماضي. فعل ماضي مبني على الفتح, built in with فتحة. Now Al-Quran is the object, right? So Al-Quran is مفعول به. And if we look at the second table in that page, مفعول به is always what? منصوب. And again, Al-Quran is singular noun or plural noun? Singular. So what's the sign of nasb from the first table for the singular, للاسم المفرد? We look mufrad and nasb. What's the sign? You tell me, Samir. Fatha, exactly. So this is مفعول به منصوب, and the sign is fatha. So when when we read it, we say Ar-Rahmanu. Okay, if we stop here, we make it sukoon. But if we connect, we say Ar-Rahmanu 'allama al-Qur'ana khalaqa al-insan. Okay? If we connect, we have to. That could be an easy example because you can't stop. But in other ayahs, sometimes you can't stop. Like the meaning will be disrupted if you stop. Then you have to connect, and you have to have the correct i'rab, the correct haraka at the last letter. Okay? And same thing, like from the structure now, we know that Ar-Rahman taught the Quran. Okay? I want to give you another example from the same surah. Yeah, which is this example actually explains. Do you guys remember in the Rafa' table we have Na'ib al-Fa'al, right? The vice Fa'al, right? This sentence or this ayah will explain to you this concept, and I'll give it some extra details. So it's the third page, I think, the beginning of third page. يُعْرَفُ المجرمون بسيماهم. يعرف. I'm not gonna write the tashkil of last one. المجرمون بسيماهم. Okay. Now, I'll give you a quick explanation. يعرف is a verb, right? We got it, but we got kind of slightly different form of it, right? What we have in our papers is عرف يعرف, not يعرف. This is one thing. المجرمون could be translated to the criminals or the wrongdoers. بسيماهم, by their signs. But you know, when you say, oh, I know this guy is bad because he looks bad, this is the exact meaning. So at the day of judgment, all bad people, wrongdoers, will have their shape will tell their situation. Okay? Their look will tell if they are good or bad. But again, we have ba, then another noun. So, same concept in English is the passive, right? You know what the passive is, right? When we say the food was eaten, who ate the food? Either we don't know or it's not important to know, right? Same thing in Arabic. If the fa'al is not there, either we don't know who is the fa'al or it's not important to mention the fa'al. Like when I say بُنِيَ الْمَسْجِدِ, the masjid has been built. Either I don't know who built it, so I can't tell you, I can't give you a complete sentence with fa'al because I don't know. Or it's not important, it's not our, we're not interested to know who built the masjid, but we're interested to know something else, right? That the masjid has been built already. Okay? This is the concept of na'ib al-fa'al. If the fa'al is removed because of one of those two reasons, then the maf'ul bihi becomes نائب فاعل. مفعول به will be نائب فاعل, will be vice فاعل or assistant فاعل. And instead of being منصوب, مفعول به is always منصوب, right? Now نائب الفاعل is always مرفوع. Okay. So, example, when I say, let's take this sentence. أكلت تفاحة. Okay? If we say أكل محمد التفاحة, we know the فاعل is Muhammad, right? But if it's not important, like you're asking me, where's the apple? I want to eat it. And I don't want to tell you who ate it, but I want to tell you that it's been eaten, right? So what shall I tell you? I have to say أكلت التفاحة. The apple has been eaten. That's it. That's the information that I want to pass to you. So the verb will be a little bit changed. How? There is a specific rule how the verb will be changed. For the فعل مضارع, instead of يعرف, we make the first letter with ضمة and the third letter with فتحة. So يعرف. يضرب, يضرب. We just make it the first one with ضمة and the third one with فتحة. يأكل, يؤكل. يشرب, يشرب. Okay? Who can tell me? يلبس. How we change it to be passive? نائب فاعل. يلبس is the normal. How we change it now? Without thinking. Just come here's the first one, have ضمة. The third one, have فتحة. That's يلبس. We say يلبس الثوب. Like the thobe is usually people wear the thobe. Okay? يشرب الماء. Same thing. Okay? If it's ماضي, when it's past form, like أكل, so this is the يلبس, that's the regular one, it becomes يلبس. Now the past form is أكل, for example. What will become? That's أكل. The last one actually doesn't have anything to do with this change. The last one is different story, right? The last حركة of last letter. أكل will become أكل. So ضمة كسرة. With any past tense. Okay? شرب, شرب. Give me any other verb from the list.
Sorry, if you could repeat.
That's مضارع. That's present. And this is past.
That's still past, yeah. But by putting
this is passive form.
Passive form. Okay.
Now, if we use this form, we cannot include the fa'al in the sentence now. We will jump from this verb to the maf'ul bihi, but it's not going to be called maf'ul bihi anymore. It's not going to be an object anymore. It's called na'ib fa'al. Instead of being mansoob, will be marfu'. And that's why I got this ayah, so we understand this concept now. So we say yu'raf. We know from our list, the regular present tense is ya'rif, right? It's not yu'raf, ya'rif. Oh, when we see it's changed dhamma and fatha, we know we're talking about passive right now. Like from the verb, you understand that this is passive form. So, first of all, is it جملة اسمية أم فعلية? Why?
It starts with verb.
Starts with the فعل. Clear, Mahdi? Starts with the فعل. So, what's this فعل? Mahdi, tell me. What's this tense?
يعرف.
Yeah, what's the tense? Is it ماضي, مضارع, أمر?
ماضي.
ماضي means past. Is this past form? Look in your list. So this is فعل مضارع. Okay guys, that's فعل مضارع مرفوع. So now, that's an example where we cannot stop here. When we read this ayah, we cannot stop here. We cannot say the verb and then stop, right? We have to connect. But when we connect, we have to have the right حركة, the correct. Is it fatha? Is it kasra? Is it dhamma? Right?
I understand it's fi'l muzari, but then you're also saying it's also marfu.
Always فعل مضارع is always مرفوع
okay.
unless
Oh yes.
unless it has a tool before it.
Oh, okay.
So as long as there is no tool here to change the rafa', it's مرفوع. So the standard of the فعل مضارع is rafa'.
Sorry.
Okay? So that's فعل مضارع مرفوع. And what's the sign of رفع فعل مضارع مهدي? You tell me. فعل مضارع and رفع. The first table in the Arab lecture. No, not this one. This one. Look, فعل مضارع and رفع. And I told you guys before, all رفع is ضمة except مثنى and جمع مذكر سالم. And أفعال الخمسة والأسماء الخمسة, those are special anyway. So from the standard words, everything is رفع, everything is ضمة. The sign of رفع is ضمة except مثنى and جمع مذكر سالم. So فعل مضارع should be مرفوع and the sign of رفع is ضمة. Did you see it, Mahdi?
No.
Here. I'll explain to you how. This is الفعل المضارع, right? فعل المضارع and this is الرفع. Cross here, that's what? Can you read it? الضمة. Right? So we say يعرف. And as I said, as I explained here, we have this form, so we understand it's passive. So that يعرف means they will be known. Who? Now نائب الفاعل comes. Usually, if I make it regular فعل مضارع, that will be, for example, يعرف محمد المجرمون. Right? Muhammad knows the criminals. But here in the ayah, the fa'al is hidden. Right? The fa'al is not, it's not, why? It's not the topic of who is going to know, but they will be known. So now, instead of being مفعول به, when we say يعرف محمد المجرمين, because it's مفعول به, now we say يعرف المجرمون. Why? مجرمون is singular or plural?
Plural.
What kind of plural?
Or more.
Yeah, all plural are three or more, but what kind? We have three kinds. We have جمع مذكر سالم, جمع مؤنث سالم, وجمع تكسير. To make it easy for you, جمع مذكر سالم ends with واو نون or ياء نون. Depends if it's rafa' or nasb or jar. And جمع مؤنث سالم ends with alif ta always. جمع تكسير, that's different, which is could be translated as irregular plural. Okay? So this one exactly, because it ends with waw noon, and the singular is mujrim. Always the difference between singular and jama' mudhakkar salim is just adding waw noon or ya noon. So Muslim, muslimun, mujrim, mujrimun. Okay? So now this is called, don't forget it guys, what we call this now? Vice fa'al, but how we say it in Arabic? Na'ib. Na'ib fa'al. So this is na'ib fa'al marfu'. Na'ib fa'al is always marfu', correct? What's the sign of rafa'? Is waw. So we don't get confused when we memorize this ayah. We don't think if it's, oh, it is mujrimun or mujrimin, because we know it's yu'raf, that's present verb in passive form. Then what comes after that verb is called na'ib fa'al, and that's marfu', so it should be mujrimun. Then yu'raful mujrimun. And again, bisimahum, that's again same thing. Ba is harf jar, and sima, this is here اسم مجرور وهو مضاف, we say, and the ha is مضاف إليه, right? You guys remember the ha al-ghaib? So yeah, to give a similar sentence, I'll say يعرف المجتهد بذكائه. Okay? يعرف المجتهد بذكائه. Again, same thing. يعرف, what يعرف means? Is known. Who is known? Al-Mujtahid. Al-Mujtahid, the hard worker. بذكائه, by his smartness. Okay, or we can add any description for that, but it's exactly similar sentence. We have here this ha is my point. This is ضمير متصل. Same thing. This hum ضمير متصل. By their signs. That's, they will be known by their, that's ha, their signs. Okay? Now, I want to give you last example, and then you guys tell me any ayah you think of, okay? And I think I mentioned this before, but it's good to analyze it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَإِذْ, and وَإِذْ, I'm not going to go in details, it's a little bit advanced, so I'll just leave it and start from after that. وَإِذْ ابْتَلَى Ibrahim okay, that's tala, and again this alif maqsura, so we don't write the haraka, but it's there, right? Then Ibrahim. I'm not gonna write it here. Then Rab. Even I'm not gonna write it here. Ha will have always Dhamma. But now, let's analyze it first. Let's see if we remove id. As I told you, it's kind of advanced. Sometimes in Arabic, why I told you it's advanced? Because some expressions used and the meaning, when you come to Arab, is there are another word that is not written but understood. So you say that, for example, here, id is maf'ul bihi. Why? Because there is a called fi'l muqaddar. It's understood that there is a verb, so id means wadhkur id, remember when. That's the meaning of wa'id, remember when. But it's not written, but it's understood. So let's forget about it right now and start from here. Ibtala means tested. Okay? So tested is past, right? Then ibtala, what's the i'rab of ibtala? Who can tell me?
It's past, right?
I just said, yeah.
So what's the
But just say it in Arabic.
past?
How we say past verb in Arabic?
Always has ماضي.
فعل ماضي, good job.
Oh.
So فعل ماضي is what? What's the i'rab of فعل ماضي? Oh, we say مبني. مبني means built. Okay? So فعل ماضي مبني على الفتح. But can we write the fatha here? Why? Why we can't, Haris? Tell me. Because what's this? What's the last letter? It says alif. Alif maqsoora. So if it's alif or ya, we cannot write the fatha. Okay? So I told you ya because it's hard, it's heavy, and alif maqsoora, it's impossible. How? You know, it's like you cannot pronounce any haraka with it. Okay? So we say مبني على الفتح المقدر or فتح المقدرة. That was supposed to be here, but it's if it's ماضي then built in with فتحة. Okay? So مبني على الفتح المقدر. If you want to be like give more details, you say منع من ظهورها التعذر. Why it's not here? Like منع من ظهورها, prevented from its appearance. التعذر. التعذر means impossible. Why it's not here? Because it's impossible to be here, to be written. Okay?
Can I ask a silly question?
Yeah.
Allah is also
Allah.
harf jar. It means on. So it has different meanings. Like maybe the one meaning we know is this one.
Oh,
you said with.
there is a verb is ala,
No.
but written with alif, not alif مقصورة. Good question. Ala حرف الجر is like this, but ala the verb is like this. Ala means like raised up or went up.
So the reason, because I know very little, right? So I was like in the azan, it says Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala falah, come to prayer.
Yeah.
But the
That's different use, yeah, different meaning of ala. It's this ala, it's the حرف الجر.
Okay.
I would say حي على الصلاة, حي على الفلاح. If maybe in the iqama you hear it connected, right? In the adhan usually they stop with every part, but in the iqama if you focus, حي على الصلاة, حي على الصلاة, حي على الفلاح, حي على الصلاة, حي على الفلاح. So you hear the kasra because it's اسم مجرور after حرف الجر. But yeah, ala, when you say تفضل على العشاء. Please come on to the dinner.
Oh, okay.
So it's used also
Oh, okay.
in this meaning. Not on is like the common meaning, but it's used also to like calling to do something.
Mhm.
That's why Hayya ala Salah means come on to pray.
Mhm.
Hayya ala Falah, come on to success.
Mhm. Yep. Okay.
Okay? So here, ابتلى, as we said, فعل ماضي. Now, starts with فعل. What's this جملة? سمير. اسمية, two options. اسمية أو فعلية.
Filia?
فعلية, of course. You don't have to think. فعل, فعلية. If the first is اسم, اسمية. Okay? The sentence is judged by the first word. If it's فعل, then جملة فعلية. If it's اسم, then جملة اسمية. Okay? Okay, Mahdi?
Mhm.
Okay, now, جملة فعلية. Is this a passive form of the verb or that's regular form? It's regular.
Yeah. Doesn't have the harakat.
Exactly, it doesn't have the harakat that I just explained. So we have to look for the fa'al right now. Who is the fa'al and who is the maf'ul bihi?
We actually talked about this in the car, right?
Now, obviously,
Yeah.
the verb is tested, right? Who tested who? We have both two names, right? Ibrahim and his Lord. Who tested who?
Allah tested Ibrahim.
Of course, it doesn't make Ibrahim cannot test Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? A person cannot test Allah. But Allah tests people. So, ibtala, then Ibrahim is what? Maf'ul bihi. Ibrahim is the one who was tested, right, Mahdi? Ibrahim is the one who was tested. So Ibrahim is what? Maf'ul bihi. Okay? مفعول به. مفعول به is always what?
Maf'ul bihi is always mansub.
Mansub. Is it singular name or is it singular noun or plural?
Singular.
Singular. What's the sign of nasb for the singular?
Mufrad.
Same as Quran there. First sentence.
Yeah. Or
No, this one.
uh,
Singular.
fatha.
Yeah. Singular, mufrad, nasb, fatha. So that's why we say Ibrahim. Now who is the fa'il? Who did test?
Allah.
Allah, which is Rabb, right? Lord. So this, what's the, so fa'il is marfu', correct? Say this is fa'il marfu'. What's the sign of rafa' for the singular noun? الاسم المفرد.
Al-Dhamma.
الضمة. Okay. So now it's easy to one more thing. What's this ha? Who can tell me?
Rabbuhu, it's saying
His Lord. So Rabbu is the Lord. Who? His Lord. What's the i'rab of the? I explained this before. Whenever ضمير متصل connected to a noun, it should be what? مضاف أو مضاف إليه. Right?
Oh, okay, yes.
It's exactly same as قلمه,
Yes.
كتابه, ثوبه, مسجده, بيته. Right? All of those are added and added to. Okay? So we say رب, the complete إعراب is رب فاعل مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة الظاهرة وهو مضاف والهاء ضمير متصل مبني على الضم في محل جر بالإضافة أو في محل جر مضاف إليه. Okay? So the ha is here. رب added and ha is added to. مضاف ومضاف إليه. We added رب to the ha to make complete ربه. Okay? So when you see it in the Mus'haf, you will see the harakat. But to understand it, you have to analyze. Okay, because this is fatha, then this is the maf'ul bihi. Then his Lord tested him. Right? Allah tested Ibrahim, not the opposite. And there are so many examples of this when the fa'al and maf'ul bihi are switched. Okay? Now I want you guys to give me any ayah like you think of. We will analyze it and or if you want me to pick. But I prefer you guys to.
You can pick. I had just wanted to make a quick, like we covered a lot of things in this class. So Ar-Rahman, we didn't say Al-Ram. Like,
Of
so that
course.
was Lam Shamsi, right? So
Of course. Why? Because I did not write the harakat, but here we have this shadda here.
Yeah.
So, but here,
And then
this is.
Allah al-Quran also.
Yep.
is,
Then here we pronounce. And there is no Hamza here, and there is no Hamza here. But we pronounce this and we did not pronounce this. Why? Who can tell me? Both have no Hamza. Are they Hamzat Wasl or Qata'?
The second one is 100% Wasl, right?
And the first one too.
First one too.
If there is no Hamza, it's Wasl.
Yes.
Qata'
Yes.
Qata' cannot be written without Hamza. Hamza must be written if it's Qata'.
Yeah.
Okay? So both, and always when you have nouns with al, that's wasl all the time. Okay? So we said Hamzat al-Wasl, when we start from that letter, we pronounce it as qata, even though it is wasl. So we say Ar-Rahman. But here, Allama al-Quran, we skipped the alif, right? But your point also was good about the lam. Why this lam is not pronounced and this lam is pronounced? Who can tell me? Samir Mahdi. Why we don't pronounce this lam? We say Ar-Rahman. We don't say Al-Rahman.
Yeah.
Because the ra has shadda, then this lam is called what? Lam Shamsiyya. And here, there is no shadda, then this lam is called Qamariyya. What's the difference between Shamsiyya and Qamariyya? Shamsiyya we don't pronounce it, and Qamariyya we do pronounce it. Okay? That's why we say Ar-Rahman, we skip the lam, but here Allamal Quran, we pronounce the lam here. Okay?
I think I told you, because of this class, when I was reading Surah Falak, I was reading it, like I was understanding it a lot better, because just because of jar, right?
Yeah.
Min sharri ma khalaq. So just that ayah, I was able to understand it better.
So, let's see the i'rab of قل أعوذ برب الفلق. And it's filled with hidden things, but it's also good to know it, because it's good to analyze at least whatever we can analyze here. قل أعوذ برب الفلق. Okay? First of all, who can tell me if this is جملة اسمية or جملة فعلية? Starts with what? قل. You guys look in your lists. What قل means? Is it noun or verb? فعل أم اسم? قل. قل. It's أمر, of course أمر. It's command. So it is فعل. Right? Means say. قال means said. يقول says. قل means I'm giving you command to say. قل. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding the Prophet ﷺ and commanding us by saying قل. That's and we said what's the i'rab of فعل أمر? Can we put فتحة here or كسرة or ضمة at the line? The second table.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
Exactly. It's مجزوم. فعل أمر is not confusing because it's always مجزوم. So فعل أمر مجزوم. And what's the sign of جزم? سكون. Okay? Now, this is the فعل أمر. Say what? Here's the answer. أعوذ. أعوذ. What's this? أعوذ means seek refuge. And it is verb. And it's in present. Why? It's the original form, the past form is عاد. عاد يعوذ. عاد يعوذ, and the amr form is عذ. Just like قال يقول قل, right? Same thing. But now what's أعوذ? Why it's like this? Do you guys remember when I told you if I want to talk about myself, now let's say شرب يشرب اشرب. Correct? Past, present, command. Okay? Now, let's stay here. Before that, here. If I want to say, I drank. What I say? I drank. أنا what?
Sharibu.
No. شربوا if that's they.
Oh.
Plural. So many people, they. But I'm talking about myself. This is ضمائر class. Go ahead, try. Try, don't worry, say it.
Shardbone? That's not right.
No.
That's more.
One letter. We'll add one letter. That's myself.
Myself. Oh, Sharibi. Yeah.
No.
No.
Go ahead.
أنا شربة.
Not shariba. We have to add something. أنا شرب.
Shribna?
That's we drank. شربنا. But only me. Come on, you guys tried everything. But one letter.
Shribda?
Change it a little bit. شربت. Yeah, تاء المتكلم.
تاء متكلم.
تاء المتكلم. I say شربت. instead of عاد, the past form, I say عذت. Okay? أكلت, قرأت, كتبت. All of it I did. Now let's move to the present. يشرب. If I want to say I drink, how to say it? I drink coffee, for example. Even though I don't, but let's say I drink coffee.
Would it still be ta mutakalim? Because it's
No.
no, it's a yeah.
Yes.
We talked about it before that, I'm sure.
يشربون.
No. أنا, same thing as here. I have to add this letter before. أنا, I remove the ya and I put alif in its place. أنا أشرب. أنا أشرب, أنا ألعب, أنا أكتب. Right? أنا أقرأ. Okay? So يعوذ becomes أنا أعوذ. That's why we know that أعوذ is present tense. So أعوذ فعل مضارع. What's the فعل مضارع as well all the time?
المضارع is مرفوع.
مرفوع. What's the sign of رفع for فعل مضارع? ضمة, without thinking.
Yep.
ضمة. So قل أعوذ, not أعوذ, not أعوذي, أعوذ. And قل, it's not قل, قلي, قلو, no, قل. We have to make a sukun. Now, what's this? We have ba and then noun.
Then that's jar.
Rab is same thing, Lord, right? But what's the ba? This ba here.
Jar, right?
Yeah, حرف jar.
Jar.
Exactly. Ba is حرف jar, correct? And Rab is what?
Same
What's the sign of jar here? Is it singular noun or plural?
Singular.
Singular. So look, mufrad, jar. Look in the table, first table, the Arab lecture. مفرد and jar.
الكسرة.
الكسرة, exactly. So, قل أعوذ بربي. Isn't the Quran written under the letter or under the shadda? I just wanna make sure. Yeah, under the letter, okay. Because it could be written here. It's also correct. If we write the kasra here, that's still correct. Well, let's make it as close as possible to the Quran. Okay? قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّي. Now, what's this word? Al-Falaq. When we say Rabb al-Falaq, like same as Rabb al-Nas, same as, for example, remember when we say حديقة المنزل, حديقة الحي, حديقة, same thing, added and added to, right? Because Rabb alone, Rabb is unknown. It's not Ar-Rabb, it's just Rabb. It's unknown. But when we add it to something, say Rabbil Falaq. So what's the i'rab? This one, oh, let's finish this one. We said this one, Rabb is what? After harf al-jar, what comes? Ism majroor. And the sign of jar is kasra, correct? Now, وهو مضاف, it is added, and al-falaq is مضاف إليه, added to. مجرور, always مضاف إليه. Look at the مضاف إليه. What's the i'rab of مضاف إليه? Under what column in the second table? مضاف إليه. المضاف إليه. It's here. المضاف إليه. Under مجرور. Correct? So مجرور, that's here we say رب اسم مجرور وهو مضاف. Means it is added. And this is مضاف إليه. مضاف إليه ومجرور. مضاف إليه means added to. Okay, مجرور. What's the sign of jar? Al-falaq is also singular. So then the sign is kasra. So even if you connect now with the second ayah, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ. Let's say now you want to connect the second ayah with the third. مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ. I'll just take the last two words. مَا Ma here means like الذي. You remember last lecture I told you also ma and what's the second letter? I forgot. Ma and man, I think. Yeah, man, ma and man. They are used as اسم موصول. It's not very common, but it's used, so you understand that ma here in meaning it's الذي. But خلق is what? Is it noun or verb?
It's a noun, it's creation, right? No. Or created.
Because we have اسم موصول. After اسم موصول,
الذي, then
the one who
yes.
created.
Yeah.
So it is فعل.
Oh, created.
Yeah, فعل ماضي.
Okay.
Then فعل, it's فعل ماضي.
Yeah,
What's the إعراب of فعل ماضي? فعل ماضي should be what all the time?
always مبني على الفتح.
مبني على الفتح. So we say من شر ما خلق ومن شر. If we connect, then we have to make sure that it is فتحة. Okay? Yeah, let's take more examples. Yeah, I found interesting example here. Yep. Let's continue this. Yeah. وإذ ابتلى إبراهيم ربه بكلمات And by the way, the Quran writing is not standard because this one usually كلمات is جمع مؤنث سالم, right? Singular is كلمة. Kalima means one word. Kalimatain, two words. And three or more, we say kalimat. We write it like this. In the Quran, it's always written like this, with this small alif instead of regular one. Okay? بكلمات. فأتمهن. Okay? Now, what's the meaning of this? We understood here, Allah tested Ibrahim What بكلمات? How we analyze this بكلمات? Is it one thing or more than? Is there anything can be separated or analyzed?
That could be jar, is jar.
Exactly, it is jar. It is حرف جر and كلمات اسم مجرور, right? So this is حرف جر and كلمات اسم مجرور, correct? But what does that mean? Allah tested Ibrahim بكلمات, means with or by words. Okay, but an ism majroor and the sign of jar is kasra, correct? By words. And here's come what I want to say. Sometimes this is like very fun in Arabic because some words are complete sentence. Literally complete sentence. Like this one. فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. So, أتم that means completed. You say أتم الطالب الدرس, the student completed the lesson. أتم سمير القارورة means Samir completed the bottle. Okay? Completed, come on. Okay? That's atamma. When you finish, when you complete something. Okay? So, we know one part. That's atamma. Right? Here. Atamma. That's one part. What's the fa?
Fa is jar, or ism jar.
No. Fa is not half jar.
Oh, fa was with wow.
Exactly.
Fa,
حرف عطف.
yeah.
واو فا ثم. It's حرف عطف. حرف عطف. And what we understand from the fa, we said?
It's order, it tells.
And it's
Right
immediately.
after.
Exactly, right after. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested Ibrahim alayhi salam, he completed immediately. So we understand the fa is here حرف عطف, right? And then أتم, say it's فعل ماضي, right? مبني على الفتح. And it's referred to here we have complete sentence معطوفة على جملة معطوفة على جملة, means sentence referred to a sentence. So this fa connects two sentences. The first sentence is here ابتلى إبراهيم ربه بكلمات. That's the first action, the first sentence. Second sentence is أتمهن. How أتمهن is a sentence? I will tell you right now. Yeah, go ahead.
My question is, hunna refers to muannas.
Exactly.
So,
where is the muannath jama
Yeah.
here in this sentence?
Yeah.
You tell me.
No,
I told you. Here.
Oh, okay, because of my fee.
So he completed those words
Okay.
that he was tested with.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
So he was tested by words, بكلمات. Then, immediately, أتم, completed. And here, when we say the Arab, أتم فعل ماضي. And we say الفاعل ضمير مستتر. الفاعل is hidden. تقديره هو. Like, أتم هو هن. أتم إبراهيم الكلمات. Right? So the fa'al is here hidden. And what's the maf'ul bihi? ضمير متصل. And you guys remember in the ضمائر متصلة page, this ها, when it's connected to noun, it's مضاف إليه, right? When it's connected to a verb like أتم, what it is? مفعول به. You got it? When we say قلمه, that means his pen. So this hat here is مضاف إليه, right? But when I say ضربه, means he hit him, or أخذه, he took him. So this hat here, because it's added to a verb, it's مفعول به. And to be more accurate, we don't say مفعول به, we say في محل نصب مفعول به, in the place of مفعول به. Because those الضمائر مبنية ليست معربة, right? Remember? So this فأتمهن, you see this ها here, ضمير متصل مبني على الضم, and this نون for the plural females or feminine, let's say. So it refers to the kalimat. Okay, like for example, when you tell your son, I gave you $10, and you spent them. You want to pass the information, then you immediately spend them. Or if you want to make it more serious, I gave you $2,000 and you immediately spent them. So how to say that in Arabic? أعطيتك, I gave you. أعطيت, I gave, right? Ka, that's you. أعطيتك, and again, by the way, this is أعطيتك is a complete sentence. It has فعل, فاعل, مفعول به. أعطيتك 2000, 2000. Why it's 2000 not 2000? The verb gave. Who gave?
I gave.
Me. I gave. I gave you. I gave you what? That's, by the way, inshallah, we'll talk about it. Some verbs. Do you guys remember when we talked about الفعل المتعدي والفعل the فعل that has مفعول به and the فعل that does not have مفعول به? You guys remember? Like خرج, exited. It can't have مفعول به. Just have فاعل. لازم ومتعدي. الفعل اللازم, the one that does not have مفعول به. And متعدي, the فعل that has مفعول به. Some verbs can have two مفعول به, not just one. Like this one. Because I gave you money, right? So both you and money are مفعول به, right? Because the فعل gave can have two مفعول به. You guys with me? Or that's too much?
Yeah.
So أعطيتك 2000 $2000, for example. It's Arabicized right now, so we can't say dollar. Okay, dollar. You spent them. We can either say أنفق, for example. So we say fa. To give the meaning of immediately, we have to use the fa. فأنفقتها, or فأنفقتهن, same as فأتمهن. فأنفقتهن. Okay? So, any more? Let me give you examples of here. Yeah, and by the way, we should always also remember how we change the verbs when we talk about me or you or us. Okay? The verbs, as we said. I say in the past form, شرب, هو شرب, هي شربت, أنا شربت, أنت شربت, هم شربوا, هن شربنا. We have to memorize. And then when you come to the present, it's different. See, هو يشرب, هي تشرب, هما شربا, هما يشربان, هي تشرب, أنا أشرب, نحن نشرب. Here in the past, نحن, we, شربنا. Okay? Here, نحن نشرب. Okay? My last example, also in Surah Al-Baqarah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ يَا مُوسَى. Let me write it all and then we'll. وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ يا موسى لن نؤمن لك to the end. Okay? Yeah, let me write it. حتى نرى الله جهرة. Same thing. وإذ. Don't worry about the i'rab, just understand the meaning. It means remember when. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in those verses in Surah Al-Baqarah talking to the children of Israel, talking specifically to the Jews. So وَإِذْ, remember when. قُلْتُمْ, what قُلْتُمْ means? Who can tell me? Now we have the verb. Let me write it here. قال يقول قل. Okay? We said when I add قال, when I want to say I said, how, what do I say? I said. قلت.
It's تاء.
Yeah, تاء متكلم. And you said قلت. But if I'm talking to two people, I say قلتما. Right? I'm talking to two people. I wanna say that both of you said, and I say قلتما blah blah blah. But now, if I want to say two absent people said, how shall I say? قالا. Right? ألف الاثنين only. قالا, they said. They both said. Okay? If I want to say they said, three or more people, I say قالوا. Right? قالوا. Now, if I want to say all of you said, you guys are three or more.
Two.
What shall I say? I said one, I say قلت. Two, قلتما. Three or more, قلتم. right? So this is قلتم. Remember when you said, and you means plural, okay? And same thing, it is verb, the verb is past, added to تاء المخاطب, not متكلم, مخاطب, when you said, right? With the meme because it's plural, 3 or more. What did they say? Ya Musa. And this is, I'm just explaining, I don't want to go, I will go Arab from here, okay? Ya Musa, also this is, we didn't learn yet. Inshallah we will do. Ya is calling tool. We have tools to call people. When I say Ya Samir, like when I want to call you, I say Ya Samir, ta'al, come on. Ya Samir, Ya Mahdi. Ya is adat nida. If you want to call someone, you just put it before his or her name, okay? When they said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them directly, remember when you said, Ya Musa, lan nu'min. Now, what's lan? We didn't study it in details, but I told you about it many times, right? Lan is adat nasb. Okay? Adat nasb. It changes the الفعل المضارع from رفع to nasb. Now, what's nu'min? Nu'min. Let's analyze it here. We have the past, آمن, believed, يؤمن, وآمن. So this is آمن, يؤمن, and this is آمن. You're commanding someone to believe. This one. So, when I hear, that's yu'min. Again, go back to the easy one, yashrab. How I say, I say, أنا أشرب, أنت تشرب, هو يشرب. But how to say we? نحن, نحن. Since نحن has 2 noon, then immediately remove the ya and make it noon. Okay? Same thing here. هو يؤمن. نحن, remove the ya and put noon. نؤمن. So they said لن, which لن means we will not. So they said will not. نؤمن means we believe. So we will not believe. So what's the i'rab of this one? Said لن أداة نصب. Okay? What's the i'rab of نؤمن? It should be نؤمن or نؤمن or نؤمن. Who can tell me the right one? We said normally فعل مضارع is مرفوع, right? Unless it has a tool before it, change it. So this is أداة نصب tool. We'll change it to what? From the name, from its name. We have 2 kinds of tools. أدوات نصب وأدوات جزم. From their names. Their action is obvious from their names. So this أداة نصب, what will happen to the فعل مضارع? Will be, instead of مرفوع, will be what? Normally فعل مضارع is مرفوع, correct?
Yes.
But we have this tool, it's called tool of nasb. So here will be what? Will be affected by the tool. Will be similar to what the tool does. Mansoob, yes. So this will be فعل مضارع منصوب. Okay, what's the sign of nasb for the فعل مضارع?
مضارع نصب is فتح.
فتحة. So لن نؤمن. Then لك. How we can analyze this لك? Can we break it or it's just one thing?
One thing.
Think more.
Oh,
Obviously, since I said think more, yes, we can break it, but break it to what? Yeah, go ahead. I think you will get it.
got and la.
Yeah, what's the lam and what's the kaf? Lam is obvious. Just like ba, just like min, ala, fi. So what's the lam? Min, ala, fi, ila, ba, kaf, lam. What are they? What are they? حروف حروف الجر. حروف what مهدي؟
حروف الجر.
حروف الجر. So اللام حرف جر. What's the kaf?
Is that the kaf مخاطب?
Exactly. It is kaf المخاطب. It's ضمير متصل. And you remember we said those two ضمير متصل, which I gave you in details, and they can be added to verbs, then they will be مفعول به في محل نصب مفعول به, or added to nouns, so they will be في محل جر بالإضافة مضاف إليه, or so here it's added to a verb, and here it's added to a noun, and here it's added to حرف جر. So في محل جر بحرف الجر, or في محل جر اسم مجرور. And the meaning is لك means to you. We will not believe to you. حتى means until. حتى means حتى, by the way, is very, very complicated. حتى plays a lot of roles and different meanings. Some of the actually Arabic language scholars said, I will die and still something in my heart from hatta. I'm not really sure. Hatta can play so many things. Okay, but here from the context we can tell what's the meaning of hatta. Hatta nara. Until nara. Did we take it in our list or in the list?
Not sure.
Yeah, maybe not. But nara means to see. Hatta,
We did to stare.
yeah,
Yeah.
yanzur or
We did nam. No, I'm sorry.
nazara.
Yeah.
Yeah, nazara yanzur. So hatta nara, until we see Allah. So what nara? It's ra'a is the past. Yara. And I don't think it has command. It's different. Like different word can be used in command. So ra'a and yara. And what's the difference between yara and nara? Who can tell me? Just like the difference between yu'min and nu'min.
There's a ya before because of hatta.
No, not because of you hatta. Not hatta doesn't have anything to do with that. But the difference Same as the difference between يشرب and نشرب. What's the difference?
Oh,
يشرب means هو يشرب, he drinks. But نشرب means we drink. Same thing. يرى, he sees. نرى, we see. Okay? That's the noon comes نحن نرى. So until, because of the noon, say we. نرى. So we or he, it's included in the verb. This is like one of the points I want to pass, that most of the time those in English they are used separately, right? Always he, she, but in Arabic it's included in the verb. We say when we say أقول means in one word can be translated to I say. Same thing here. نرى, it's نحن, like we see. Okay? نرى, that's present فعل مضارع مرفوع علامة رفعه الضمة المقدرة, right? منع من ظهورها التعذر. It's impossible to be written or pronounced. Then Allah. What's the i'rab of Allah? The meaning, you see, until we see Allah. Who see?
We.
Who is, exactly, we is the fa'al. Then Allah is what?
مفعول به.
مفعول به what? Then yeah, you guys tell me, shall I say Allahu or Allahi or Allaha? Fatha. Then I have to say حتى نرى الله. Yeah, and jahratan is the, you guys remember in the recorded lecture I gave brief explanation about the hal or the status, right? I saw you yesterday sad or happy, or this called in Arabic it's called hal, which can be translated to the status or the state of you. So they are saying jahratan means like in front of us immediately. No, they want to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala face to face. That's the meaning. So hal, you can see in the table, is always mansoob. So that's why it's jahratan. If you continue the ayah, then you can see fa. That's also harf atf. I think we've already passed the time, so yeah, inshallah we will continue, but I really want you guys to memorize it because it's hard to move, but I will be forced to move actually next lecture. But please try your best to memorize as much as possible. Okay? Any questions? And also, I want you guys to interact in the WhatsApp. So just send me please questions. Send me any sentence that you tried to understand but you couldn't, or you tried and you were able to understand. So send it for others to benefit. Okay? Any ayah or any sentence or any word, anything. Just make the group kind of interactive. Okay? I don't want to start sending questions that look like, quizzes or something, but yeah, I prefer you guys to send something and, respond to each other. That will, inshallah, help us all. Okay? Jazakumullah khair.